Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and I am going to do an episode or maybe two here in my Chicago almost apartment. This is the hotel room for VS Live, but my God, this is probably one of the biggest hotel rooms I've ever been in. Like to my left is one of the, well, to my right actually is one of the bathrooms. And then you walk here to my desk, and over there is like a living room area, and then that way is my bedroom, and that has another bathroom in it. It's insane. I don't think I've ever gotten this lucky before. So, and the wine that I'm drinking, I went to dinner, and I came back, and there was a tray with a wine bottle and some cheese and crackers, and I'm like, I didn't order this, but asked the front desk and they're like, it's complimentary. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll have a glass since you're insisting. So anyway, I'm going to work on some IronBefunge things here. One of them is what I'm calling a dumper. I don't know why I called it a dumper. I thought maybe it was because it was something that was actually called that in the IronBefunge documents, but it's not. It's maybe because I put this in actually 5 years ago, and I never got around to doing it. So the idea is to just have some way to, I think, put on the execution context I have a reader and a writer. This is one of those things of, oh, that's right, because there's a way to, you output and then you can actually read in. I forgot about that. Okay, so this is not going to be one of these. This is going to be a whole different thing. So let's do the right thing. This is number 2. So let's come over here. Yeah, find it. To add. We're not going to call it the dumper. That's childish. Let's call it, add trace. And so this is a way that text writer, but it can be null. That's okay if it is. And what did I do wrong here? Nullable is enable, language is latest. So why can't I do that? Within a nullable and, oh shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Let's narrow down the scope of things here. Let's put this because current. Yeah. Or, whoops. Here, move my, there we go. No, wait. That, yeah. And then I don't think that's actually gonna, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. So I've got a 1/6 cents, half dozen of the other. Yeah, this is not what I wanted, because what I wanted was a way to say trace. And if you decide to pass it in, great. If you don't, no big deal. It's not required. But I can't express it because otherwise I have this issue where current is assigned in the constructor. Well, next does what? All this stuff. Yeah, God. That's actually kind of annoying. This dot trace is equal to trace. And let's read property. There we go. Internal. Okay. So I did that. I guess now it's just a matter of what do I want to trace. Let's see. Move just does this. and it figures out which way to go. Execution context. I'm wondering if this is in the wrong spot, which actually wouldn't be that bad of a deal. I'm wondering if this should be in the executor. Text reader, text writer. Because this executes. And I'm thinking if you're in the loop, yeah, let's actually do that. So let's actually come over here. And let's just discard this because we don't want to keep it. It doesn't make sense to do it there. Okay. What we want to do though is private read-only text writer trace. Okay. And why did that suddenly bark? Oh, yeah. Oh well. Well, in this case, it's possible that it could be null. Okay. How many versions of the stuff do I want the thing to be? If that made any sense. Text reader. No, text writer trace. And so what we really want is a version text writer trace, and then this one will call with null. Because I can't accept null, but if you're going to call it this way, I don't want you to actually be passing me in a null. So how do I handle this? Because it's okay if you give me a null, but if you're going to call one of these APIs as okay, so this is actually an interesting point. It's okay if the field is null, and then in my opinion, my reasoning right now is, then you should call one of the constructors that just you don't pass it in at all, and then it's okay to pass it in null. But if you're going to call the constructor that that you explicitly pass it in, then I'm saying, well, then that means you meant it to be null. So how do I want to handle this? What I could do, see, I could repeat all these, but that would suck. Oh, and I just saw a bug here. Oh my god. Wow. That's actually wrong. Holy cow. I should have been passing in the randomizer, not the, if you're giving me one, do that one. Yikes, that was bad. Just because it was bad code. I guess what I could do is, if you're going to call one of these that doesn't take it, then actually, yeah, do that, except this comes back up here, and this will actually this will call ooh, this is going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be able to tell this apart. Yeah, it should. Cells, reader, writer, randomizer. There. And that calls this one. Okay. And then in the case where you're passing it in, yes, okay. No. This dot writer is equal to writer. Wait, this dot trace is equal to trace, question mark, throw new argument, null exception, name of trace. So if you pass it in as null, then that's wrong. Now in the case here, same thing. You do the same thing up here. So you're passing in the trace explicitly. So then what's the difference between, oh yeah, because in this case I'm giving you, okay. So, but it could still be, no, okay, I think I'm okay with that. So execute. So now it's just a matter of me going, well, what do I want to put in here? We could do a this dot trace, and then if this dot trace is that, I somehow hit, there we go. Okay. And no wonder it's getting all confused. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now it's just a matter of saying, what do I want to trace? This dot trace right line. And then I could put a value in here and say, no, name of context, this dot cont, what the heck? Oh crap. Okay, so I gotta pass in the context. Okay. That's okay. Execution, context, string mode. So that tells me if I'm in string mode. What else could I look at here? What is end programming? Oh, that's that. Yeah, there's another thing that's coming that I have to... And then I could print out the stack, right? We could say, like, for each var value in context stack. Oh, I can't. Dear God. Cells. No, values. That's your stack. Okay. And then what we could do here is say /t actually, I'm thinking a little different here. Values equals, I never did what the actual value was here. Okay, hold on. Equals and then here I want to say is equal to string.join of that comma context values. And then that just prints out all the values. So, would that be enough? The problem with this is that it's going to be kind of annoying as you add, like this trace has to be separate from the actual program execution because that gets printed out to the thing, you know, the screen. If you actually pass in the same console out, it's going to get all messed up. It's going to be printing all the same stuff. But for you know, debugging purposes, it is now. I bet it was going to be. Aha. Was it supposed to be secure random? Now it's not. I got to add in some tests here. Let's see how I'm doing on my tests. Okay, I guess they ran. The thing that's going to be a little bit weird about this is I actually want to trace, because there's, now I'm thinking about it, if I come back over here, Like if it wasn't understood, then it acts like an R. So in that case, I somehow have to know, like, if that happened in the context. So maybe it's not the right place to do this. Yeah, maybe I did this wrong. Maybe the right place is to do this in the execution context here. And unfortunately, just say text writer trace. Okay, and then I have to say this dot trace is equal to trace. And then is it a? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do there. Text writer trace. Okay. Now in the executor context, now in the executor, I'm doing this right before I move. So I think on a move, what I could do is do like a before and after. I think that's good. If we come back here now and have a, well, no, that, but then come back here. And do a trace here. What don't you like about that? It does? Where? Oh, does it not like, it must not, yeah, it must not like it that I have a thing trace, but then I have a method trace. Okay, so now I gotta come up with a better method name. Excuse me. Somebody has to come up with a better name than this. Now I no longer have to do that because this is the thing I'm in. And I no longer have to do that, and that, this, okay. Do trace. Whatever name I come up with, I don't know if I'm going to like. And I don't know if I'm going to get this done tonight anyway, so let's just stick with the name for now, and let's just say run trace. There. Now if I come back up here, I don't have to pass in the context anymore. What I should say though is I also want to do the direction. I don't know if that's actually going to print out the name of the enum or the value, I forget. But like executor says, I think, okay, the more I do this, the more I'm realizing where I want to do this. I don't think it should be controlled there. I think this should be internal. And then this would, yeah, context, run trace. Because then that's going to happen before the move actually happens. So you'll get the otherwise the move would be down here. I think that makes sense. Okay. If I run this, yeah, nothing changes. But if I come over here now, and let's say console error. Yeah, that'd be stupid. But let's just try that. Yeah, what's wrong with error? What did I do wrong? Oh, it's not in the interpreter. Ah, crap. Yeah, all this junk. Oh, it keeps going up and up the... You suck. Why do I have this repeated code? Well, I can see... I just don't want to add another constructor. I mean, I have to. The string lines is really the problem. It's actually not the problem. Oh, God. I might be looking at this code more going, what were you thinking? Ugh, excuse me. I guess what I could do is this. So I could have verify file there. No, no, no. Well, I guess it is just on that, so interpreter. Okay, and then here, do that. Let's pull this down. And then we can have two versions of this. There. Okay. Except as you saw, now you see 3, 1. No, those are the... Yeah, see the B there? And there should be like B, yeah. It's mixing everything, which... understandable. Okay. It's valuable to do this. Oh, current cell has a point. Okay, I can take out the position because the current has the position. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, it just becomes a little annoying because you don't know that they get mashed up. And it would be nice to have some way to... this is where I think I'm going to add terminal like GUI, because I think it would be nice to see the output is just a text box, and then you could say, like, debug it. Yeah, I think I might put in a GUI, just using GUI CS. As stupid as that would feel, I think it'd also be kind of fun to do that. And then you could have a GUI in Linux, and it would still work. And then that way I can have like the output in one spot, and then the text gets put into like another text box or something like that. So then the two are separated, and then I don't have to worry about that. But I'm glad I at least did this, because at least I have something that will work. And now if I come over here, I can say Boolean do trace. Okay. And notice that the error is just the same thing as out in this case. It doesn't do anything different. Why did I do that? Why did I actually type the whole thing out? That was stupid. If in the case otherwise null as text writer. And of course, of course. And now what? Oh, God. So this is basically saying oh, okay. Think of it a different way, Jason. Let's see if it's smart. Var is equal to do trace. If you do want to do the trace, then you use interpreter that, else new interpreter code file console in console out. There. Oh, and then I need a there. And when I don't want to have it on, it doesn't go on. Works for me. Okay. I do have to add tests around this. This isn't done just yet. I can do that. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I've got a lot of things to work on and do. I got to make sure that my stuff for this week is all going to be working and everything's ready to go. So that's going to take some time. I mean, I've got all day tomorrow to do stuff, so I mean, I got a lot of time, but I do need to make sure that this gets tested around it, and then I can actually do the other one, which is have the dumper move on into my structure. This move thing, though, I'm thinking, yeah. So the next instruction is 1,000 points away. I really don't think I do that. If I go into my execution context and I'm told to move, this set cells max of my current location invokes a transform function at each element of a sequence and returns a maximum end value. Oh, yeah, so this gets your max x and your max y. So if you're going right's the easiest one. You get a new point where your current position is the same. This has got to be right, otherwise none of this would have been working. So your current position becomes, if your direction is right, your new point is, yeah, I don't think this is max. This is truly, yeah, I can't close this out right now. I think what I wanted to do is say, don't just do y plus 1, because this just wraps around and then it goes to the next one and next one, and then yeah, we don't want to do that. What we really want to do is move to a cell that actually has a value in it. Now this doesn't actually contain literal blank spaces. This is better in that the cells are actually just cells that have values, so that's good. At least I'm almost positive of it. The parser, if I look at the parser and I parse process lines, if it doesn't equal blank, then I actually add a cell. So we don't actually, if you have a bunch of blank lines, I don't actually put literal values in for every one. So it doesn't do that. Yeah, I can't get my head around like the way to do this. Yeah, it does do what this is doing though. It goes through one cell at a time. What I really wanted to do is go to the next one that actually has a value. So that one I think is definitely doable. I just don't have the brain power right now to figure out how to do that. So I will get tests around the executor context, and interpreter, so that all the tracing stuff is correct. And yeah, okay. I'm going to stop because I'm just rebabbling everything. But that's been everything for today or tonight. Maybe I'll get another episode or two tomorrow, depending upon how I feel. But that's all I'm going to do for right now. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.